talk to you a little bit about our annotated bibliography. Well, actually my annotated bibliography, because he didn't do anything. And let me just get my notes out. Oh, I think he thinks he's getting a treat, so I need to give him one, because that's not really fair, is it? Okay, so now we're ready. So my population of interest is adults, so young adults and transition age youth like 16 to 25 who have a history of child abuse, early childhood abuse, so like physical and sexual abuse specifically. So I'm going to talk to you about the two theories that I find most relevant to this population and most interesting, which is attachment theory and constructivist self-development theory. Hey Brianna.
Yes?
Do you know what attachment theory is?
No.
Well, she's no help. Okay, so, like I said, oh, I have no control. Okay, we're just gonna let him graze for a minute. Okay. So, in the context of this population, attachment theory really posits that early attachment relationships are disrupted by child abuse and therefore kind of open the door for a lot of psychological disruptions in the future. And then constructivist self-development theory is a theory that I really didn't know anything about, sorry, I have no control, before this project. And constructivist self-development theory really focuses on the individual experiences and therefore adaptions of trauma. So it really doesn't care about the objective event of trauma, but instead the individual response to trauma. So it kind of says that traumatic events are only traumatic in the sense that the individual perceives them to be traumatic. So also what this theory talks about is how, Twister, can you stand? There we go, just stand, okay. Sorry, what this really talks about is how child abuse, early childhood abuse, really disrupts the development of self-concepts and self-identities in the way that the individual shapes their understanding of the trauma. So the most useful article that I read was really combining and intersecting attachment theory and constructivist self-development theory to make an appropriate explanatory model and also a therapeutic kind of intervention that, like I said, combines the two theories. So what this theory says is that the mechanisms of attachment are often implicated in the development of self-capacities or self-identities that are talked about in constructivist self-development theory. So, therefore, Twister, please stand. Okay, so therefore, the response to child abuse can be understood in the framework of both disrupted attachments and in the underdeveloped self-capacities or self-identities. I'm going to get off because he's not listening. My goodness, you're bad. You didn't have any child abuse. You're perfect. You're spoiled. Yeah, you're a spoiled horse. Okay. Actually, he does kind of have PTSD, but that's okay. We'll talk about that another day. So, anyway, what I was saying is that this paper that I really loved really combined attachment theory and constructivist self-development theory to make a therapeutic model that really focuses on repairing that attachment through the therapeutic relationship and also helping clients kind of develop their own self-complexities and self-identities through the therapeutic model. So it blends these two theories because we know a lot about attachment theory in response to child abuse and we know relatively little about constructive self-development theory, but it blends the two to kind of make this case for therapeutic model that is centered upon the attachment relationship between the therapist and the client, and then also helping the therapist kind of develop those underdeveloped self-complexities that might have been disrupted through child abuse. So anyway, that's my story. Sorry that I'm not in class, but I'm in sunny California at a horse show. Bye guys!